Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Hot Rod Bob. You've got gas, the morning edition, and things look a little strange right now because, well, I'm in the car. We're in the coupe. We just came back from Santa Barbara. Now we're still in Carpinteria, California. Johnny Martinez, the famed pinstriper, right there alongside me. We just took a good cruise. We took the coupe out. We went on a nice drive. It has been a beautiful day here in sunny Southern California. The weather, well, it's a nice, balmy. Let's see what it is. It's about 72 degrees right now. Let's see. No, I take that back. It's going to get to 72. It's 64 degrees here in sunny Southern California. And Johnny Martinez and I are out cruising. We got the coupe. We're in the car, 48 Plymouth, cruising up the Pacific Coast Highway. And I'll tell you what, it's been a great drive. We've had some great conversations. I kind of wish we had this going on when we started our conversations. We've been talking cars, we've been talking politics, we've been talking everything and anything. Talking about friends and people. And we just came back from visiting Ruben. What's Ruben's name? Last name? We don't know.
Yeah.
But he's a painter.
Think about it.
He did an amazing job of candy coating a pair of Johnny's pins. Bowling pins.
Bowling pins.
Bowling pins, yes. It's not Christmas time, so we can't talk about Johnny's balls. So we're talking about bowling pins here. So we went up to a body shop that he works out of in Goleta. What a beautiful drive this morning. Overcast, over the water. Beautiful day. No breeze, just a little bit of a breeze. No wind, just a breeze. We're still in Carpinteria right now, just south of Santa Barbara.
Beach town.
Beach town. And the beaches are open. The place is packed with people at the beach. They are enjoying life, having fun, social distancing, wearing masks. We brought ours. See, I've got my custom-made mask, and I was wearing it. For those of you who are anti-mask, understand, I'm wearing one. It's required. They got big signs everywhere. If you don't wear it, they will close the business you go to. So we wear it. John brought his. I got mine. We're social distancing. We talked about this. We talked about the COVID. We've talked about cars. We've talked about engines. We've talked about everything and anything friends can talk about. And we are friends. And we're friends because of cars. Now, I bring this up many times, and I'm serious about it. 90% of the friends I have are car-based. I met them because of the car. And it doesn't matter whether I was at a car show, a racetrack, it doesn't matter, a cruise night. People, we have this common bond. The common denominator is the car, the automobile. And we are having fun. We're together, we're having fun. We've gone out to dinner as families. Johnny's wife, Linda, Peg, Randy Kerdoon, and Marta. We've all gotten together. We get together with other friends, and we're all car-based. There used to be a car dinner we used to go to with the guys from the Santa Barbara Woody Club. We're getting ready for the Santa Barbara Woody Club show coming up the 25th of July. This weekend is Collector Car Appreciation Day. Instead of having their car show, they're going to have a collector car cruise. They're expecting over 200 cars. I think that's going to be high on my list of things to do. We'll see about that. I got the coupe out of the garage, got it running. It's got a little bit of a misfire. I'll check that out when I get home, see if I can figure out what that is. And we're planning on being on that cruise. Going to have some fun. Peg will take out her 46. I'll take out the 48. We're going to go to Wheels and Waves a week from this Sunday. Back in Malibu. The cruise days opening up again. We're going back. We're going to have some cruising. Murphy Museum is going to be opening up at the beginning of next month. Peterson Museum has opened up. We're having fun. We're getting back to normal. And, well, I know normal is just a setting on the dryer, but we're going to be doing it. We're going to be enjoying it. Now, for those of you that are watching right now, and I can see your pictures across the screen, we're not getting the words if you're typing anything or such, so we're not going to be responding back. It's the way the camera is set today, or it could be just the area. So if I don't respond back to you, I don't recognize who you are based on your picture, because they're little pretty pictures. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm not ignoring you. Let's see if I take the glasses off, if that helps. Well, I got Mark McGeorge. I can see him.
Hi, Mark.
He's there. Ken is there. And God, it's hard to tell. The pictures are so small.
That?
But we're glad you're tuning in. Adam, is that you? Gosh, that's an old picture. You had hair. Oh, basic things like that. But, you know, I'm glad that you're tuning in. This is GAAS, the morning edition. And as I said, Johnny and I are out in the car in the coupe. I'll see if I can turn this around, and you can see the front of the coupe with the flames. Nope. All right, let's get this here. We'll get it out of the holder, because I've got it in a special holder so it can be hands-free. All right, so there's our view out the front of the car. Now, we're parked in a parking lot right now because I don't want to be driving and talking to you at the same time. So here we are in the coupe. That's our view.
We're looking we're looking over the hood,
yes.
And beyond that is ocean. If you can picture that.
Let's see if I can. No, you can't get a picture of the ocean. We're in the parking lot of this great little burger place we went to.
Called The Spot.
Called The Spot, and we are here. Let's see. I'll take this back and put it down here. No, it's not going to work. There we go. And there's Johnny and I.
There we are.
Here we are in the coupe.
There we are.
And there we go. We're having some fun. We're enjoying. We're having a day together. We're having a buddies day.
We do that once in a while.
We do. We normally would go to breakfast. We haven't had a chance to do that because the restaurant's being closed. So this time we went to this great place. You call it The Spot. It's a burger place right here.
Second time.
Second time. On the beach here at Carpinteria.
Yeah.
And great burgers. I just had a turkey burger. That's me. I do that kind of stuff.
Well, but more fun than that, though.
What's
we go
that?
to these cool places.
Yes.
We were just talking about all these cool places. There's a lot of unsung heroes out there.
Yeah.
There's these little shops. There's these little guys that collect things.
Right.
Some of these guys are maybe a little bit famous. Some of these guys are a little bit big in the money. Some of these guys are just guys like Bob and I, who collect things. And this friend of mine in actually the other side of Santa Barbara, in Goleta, he's a painter. His name is Ruben. I want to say Arias. I'm not sure. Yeah. And I apologize for that. But he's got his personal truck there. He just showed us a Jag rear end he just installed in this thing, Jag front end. Bob, being the mechanical guy that he is, really understood all of that. He's got a lot of little collectible knick-knack stuff, and it's an old school shop. So Bob and I were talking about all these interesting people all around that have these cool things and cool places you and I go to.
And one of the things he showed us that was neat. Now, as we were kids, we were hot rodders even when we were kids. Now, we didn't own cars. We built model cars. But one of the things about hot rod kids were the modifications and the bicycles. And this guy had a collection of Schwinn Stingray bikes.
Yeah.
And this guy was so gracious. He gave Johnny one of the bikes. Now, it's a project bike. It's got wheels, it's got a frame, and that's it. If he tries to sit down...
Original
Stingray frame. Got matching numbers. Now, believe it or not, yes, there were serial numbers on those bikes back in those days. We've got it in the trunk of my Plymouth. We're taking it home. Johnny's going to get this thing cleaned up, get it repainted, get it ready, and, I think Ruben wants to put a flake paint job on it.
He's talking about it.
He's talking about it.
What a gracious guy, huh?
Going to be great. Banana seat, high-rise handlebars, get the flame slick on the back.
You bet.
Oh, he's going to do it all. So hot rodding is more than just the car like we're in right now. It also included our model car hobbies, our slot car hobbies, our bicycles. I can remember when I was a kid, I was, 9 years old, and the influence of hot rodding. I read it in the magazines, the little pages. Honk magazine, Carcraft, Hot Rod magazine was bigger format.
Yeah.
But one of the things of hot rodding included motorcycles, choppers. They call them bobbers at this point in time, but those were the original choppers. Rigid frames. They could have been a Triumph powered bike. They could have been a Harley powered bike. There were even Hondas. But back in the 50s, before Hondas came in the States, the Brit bikes, you could make those into choppers. There wasn't a distinction between, I got a Harley and you got a Brit. Well, no. We didn't have that.
They used the 650 Triumphs, I think, back in the day.
You got it, the Triumph Bonneville.
They made good choppers.
I cut the rear fender on my bicycle in half at the back so it looked like a bobber motorcycle. We didn't have high-rise handlebars at that point for bicycles, so I just basically turned mine up higher. I painted white walls on it. I didn't have the money for white wall tires. I took paint and used house paint and painted the white wall. The edge was there. All I had to do was follow it. It wasn't very good. I mean, I'm 8 years old, 9 years old, but I did it. And that was the influence of hot rodding on a youngster. Yeah. And we all did something like that. I can remember the show bikes or show cars. The people would paint the letters on the tires. Before white lettered tires, you wanted to dress up the tires. You wanted those extra points at the car show. Well, I took out my model car paint, went to my mother's car one day, and I started painting the letters on the side of the tire. I did the whole tire on the car. Now, unfortunately, model car paint doesn't stick to tires. And the first time I went through a car wash, it was gone. But I did it, and I'll tell you what, those tires looked cool when I first did it. And Johnny, I'm sure you've done things like that too.
You know, you're talking about painting the letters on the tires. Then as time went on,
yeah,
we didn't want those white letter tires, but the manufacturers were still putting white letters on the tires. So we would reverse the tires.
That's it.
So you'd be looking at a car and you'd look underneath there and you'd see all the white letters on the inside. Mm-hmm. Now the tires come and you can buy tires. They're black, both sides, no lettering. Yep. Everything is cool. Now the young folks with their cars, some of these late model Camaros and Cudas, they're coming out with the tires now, low pro tires, and the letters are big block letters now. Yeah. Big, huge block letters, and that's the style. So the style changed over time. As a kid, I saw some of these styles change, only I didn't know anything about it. I just liked it and went with it till I started understanding all this stuff Bob's talking about. It's a trend and it's style, and now I fully understand it. I'm just not keeping up with it. I'm kind of old school still, kind of traditional, but I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time keeping up with some of this stuff. But yeah, Bob, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
It's all coming back.
It's all coming back.
It's like an old purple coat, you know. It's out of style now.
It's cycling. Style. It's recycling.
Yeah, exactly.
And you see it a lot. And you know what? It's cool. Now, we've been driving down the road in my Plymouth, and as you know, and you saw the photos a moment ago, the whole front of my car is flamed. And as we're driving down the freeway, it's not uncommon to have people looking at it, people taking out their phones to take a picture of this car going down the freeway. And we talked about getting noticed. Now, sometimes you don't want to be noticed. Driving in this thing, you have no choice. This is flamboyance, hot rod style. And, you know, sometimes you want to highlight your differences, sometimes you don't. This one, you definitely highlight your differences. We're hot rodders. We're true hot rodders. As we were pulling away from the body shop this morning, the guy said, uh-oh, there's trouble. And, yeah, you can't do anything without getting noticed. And I'll give you another scenario on this. My oldest son, when he got his driver's license, he learned how to drive on this car. I've had my coupe for 35 years. He decided after he'd been driving for about a year that he felt comfortable enough to take this car out. And I said, fine, yeah, go drive it. Well, he's driving down the street, he's got his buddies in the car, and one of my fellow club members from the Road Kings pulls up alongside him and starts reading him the riot act and said, boy, you better be careful what you do, because everybody knows you are driving your dad's car. You cannot do anything. My son came home from his time out with his friends and said, did you call anybody to let them know I was driving it? I said, no. Why would I do that? He says, well, I got stopped 3 or 4 times by people saying they knew I was driving your car and that if I did anything wrong, you were going to find out about it. I said, yep, that's what it is. I says, we lived in a small town. We lived in Burbank, California. Everybody knew this car, and everybody knew if he was driving it, he had to be careful, and he knew it too. Now, conversely, his mother worked for the city of Burbank. She knew all the cops. He got pulled over by one of the cops just to let him know that he was watching him. So it's, you know, it's one of those things. There is no way we can be on incognito in this car.
Not in this car.
Johnny can't be incognito in his pickup truck either. That 29 Ford, that is beautiful. It stands out. Everybody knows that's Johnny's truck. And it's just the way it is. And you know what? That's the way we want it.
You bet.
All right. We're going to get back on the highway. Don't want to distract myself because I want to keep talking to you. I'm Hot Rod Bob along with Johnny Martinez. You've got gas. The morning edition. It's Friday, right?
All day long.
All day long. It's going to be a great weekend. You guys have some great stories to tell us on Monday. Like I said, Collector Car Appreciation Cruise tomorrow here in Southern California. It's going to start in the Ventura County area. It's going to be 200 cars, about an hour and a half drive. If you'd like to find out more about it, go on the Coachman page on Facebook. They've got it all posted there. They're the ones that are hosting it for the Collector Car Appreciation Day, and it is going to be a fun one. Hope to see you out there. I'm Hot Rod Bob, Johnny Martinez. You guys have a great day. You are Gasaholics. Thanks for tuning in. Gas brought to you by Irwindale Speedway, Irwindale Drag Strip. Irwindale's racing this weekend on Saturday at the Drags. Be there for the NHRA Summit Series race. Moon Eyes. The legend continues on. Beach Underwriting Associates, the insurance people out of Great Britain. And, of course, Service Tech Equipment, where you can get all the equipment you need for the shop you've got to get that car fixed and repaired and maintained the way it should. Service Tech and gas always go together. You have a great day. I'm Hot Rod Bob. This is Johnny Martinez.
Have a good day, folks.
You've got gas, the morning edition.
Take care
now.